The Seven Gates of Hell. Deep in the heart of York County, Pennsylvania, where dense forests stretch for miles and the roads grow narrow and winding, there exists a legend so terrifying that few dare to speak its name. Hidden beyond the veil of civilization, past the trees that whisper secrets in the wind, lies a path that leads to the unknown. A path of gates, 7 to be exact. Those who claim to have walked it say that once you cross the final gate, there is no return. No one who has ventured beyond the 7th gate has ever been seen again. But what truly lurks at the end of the path? What horrors await those who seek the truth? A forbidden pathway. The legend of the 7 Gates of Hell dates back to the 1800s. At that time, a sprawling asylum for the mentally ill was hidden within the woods of Hellam Township, just outside of York. The institution was rumored to be a house of torment rather than a place of healing. Patients were subjected to cruel experiments, locked in cages, and left to scream into the night. Those who lived near the asylum often reported hearing inhuman wails drifting through the trees, chilling the bones of even the bravest souls. Then came the fire. One fateful night, the asylum erupted into flames, an inferno so fierce that it painted the night sky a deep crimson. The fire spread rapidly, consuming everything in its path. Patients ran screaming through the trees, their clothes and flesh alight. Some escaped into the darkness of the woods, never to be seen again. Others perished in the flames, their spirits forever trapped in the place that had stolen their sanity. In the aftermath, the town erected 7 iron gates along a narrow path deep in the forest. Officially, they were meant to keep trespassers from wandering onto the land where the asylum once stood. But as the years passed, rumors began to circulate. The gates weren't just barriers, they were seals. Seals meant to keep something inside. The dare that ends in terror. It always starts the same way. A group of thrill-seekers, skeptical of the legend, decide to test their courage. They drive down Toad Road, the infamous dirt path where the first gate stands hidden beneath the shadows of towering oaks. Some say that the moment you cross the first gate, the air grows thick, as if the forest itself is holding its breath. The first few gates are easy enough to find, rusted from time and barely standing. Laughter and nervous jokes fill the air as the group pushes forward, emboldened by the silence of the night. But then, things begin to change. At the 4th gate, the forest grows unnaturally quiet. Not a single cricket chirps. Not a single leaf rustles. A deep, unsettling feeling takes root in their chests. A pressure that feels like unseen eyes watching from the trees. By the 5th gate, shadows begin to move. Figures, just barely visible in the periphery of their vision, flicker between the trees. Shapes that seem human, but aren't. At the 6th gate, the laughter stops. The group is no longer joking. Their movements become hesitant, their hands clammy. A chilling wind howls through the trees, whispering their names in voices that do not belong to the living. One of them, usually the bravest, urges them forward. Just one more, they say. We've made it this far. And so they cross the 7th gate. The final gate, the abyss beyond. No one knows exactly what happens beyond the 7th gate. No one who has passed through it has ever come back. Some say that reality warps beyond that point, that the world you once knew fades into darkness, that beyond the 7th gate lies the asylum, untouched by time, its charred walls still standing, its doors yawning open like the mouth of a great beast. That inside, the lost souls of the patients roam, waiting for new victims to join them in their eternal torment. Others say that crossing the 7th gate drags you into hell itself, that the gates were placed there not to trap ghosts, but to keep the devil's realm from bleeding into our own, that those who step through the final threshold are claimed by the abyss, swallowed by an unseen force that leaves no trace. There are those who tell of a faint sound, like distant, echoing screams that can sometimes be heard from the direction of the final gate. A sound that comes and goes with the wind, like a cruel reminder of those who have been lost. The curse of the gates. Attempts have been made to dismantle the gates, but each time, tragedy follows. Work crews suffer freak accidents. Tools vanish or refuse to function. Fires break out without explanation. Those who attempt to take the gates down often fall ill or suffer violent nightmares, visions of a burning asylum, of clawed hands reaching from the darkness, of a place where suffering never ends. Some believe that the gates must never be removed, that they are the only thing keeping it contained. Final warning! The 7 gates of hell remain one of the most infamous legends of York County. Locals warn against seeking them out, yet the temptation is always there. Some say the gates have shifted, that they appear in different places depending on who is looking for them. Others claim that only those truly destined to disappear will ever find the 7th gate. But if you do find it, if you feel the pull of something unseen, hear the whispers calling your name, turn back. Because once you step beyond that final gate, there is no turning back.